Hello, everybody. Welcome to the TDC Podcast. Mike T-Roy is here. What up, T?
Hello, sir.
How are you?
I am good.
How's your calf doing?
It's better, but still a little tender.
Yeah?
Yeah, feels like I have a cramp.
Yeah,
like
that's not
all
good.
the time. Yeah, kind of sucks, but it's better than it was.
Yeah.
So.
Lot to get to today, for sure. I'm nervous already.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the draft is tonight. Mm-hmm. And come that 9th pick or so in the draft,
Yeah.
I'm going to be a wreck.
Oh, well,
Because that's where, if people are talking about Debo leaving my beloved 49er team, that Jets 10th pick is where you can see some action. So I'm just forewarning you, I've got butterflies already.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I don't think he goes anywhere, but I don't know. We'll see.
We shall see.
Yeah.
It'll be telling if he does.
Yes, it certainly will. I played a message from our new division, the LSD division.
Yes, sir.
Listener shaming department yesterday. We've made Aaron, the A-Train himself, in charge of that. He runs that division how he wants.
Yep, it's out of our hands.
And he released a mission statement kind of explaining everything. And it was at the very, very end of the show. And I don't know how many people get through an entire show. So I wanted to play it front and center and do it a little more professionally than I did it yesterday, just holding the phone up.
Yeah, it was a wing and a prayer there at the end.
Dude, I was just scrolling through my phone like, oh, yeah, he sent me a mission statement of sorts for everybody. So without further ado.
Let's put people on notice.
Yeah, it's only fair.
Welcome to the LSD.
Hello, TDC Monsters. Here is a word from the TDC Listener Shaming Department, hereinafter referred to as the TDC LSD or LSD. Here in the LSD, our team of shamers are working round the clock to facilitate growth of TDC-related products like Patreon, increasing presence on retarded yet completely necessary social media platforms, and making sure that TDC, if known for nothing else, is its faultless record in world-class journalism. Our ultimate end goal is to see TDC and all Radio for One studio products thrive and grow long into the future. Unlike Jerry, we do want to shame anybody as long as we're striving towards our end goal. We're not here to be mean or petty unless there's a purpose. We TDC monsters are like strung-out fentanyl addicts who do nearly anything for another hit of our cult leader in Honky Kong. And if that means shaming fellow monsters into action, so be it. The world wasn't built by pussies. It was built by bullies and tyrants who fucked pussies. Not subscribed on Patreon? You're getting shamed. Not commenting on YouTube? You're getting shamed. Not liking posts on Facebook? You probably should get off Facebook because it's fucking retarded. You're not putting down the tiki torches to rumble us on Rumble? Shamed. Not retweeting? Shamed. Not 5-starring on Apple Podcasts? Shame. Shame, shame, shame. Consider yourself warned.
This has been a message from the TDC LSD, who operates independently of TDC, so our fucked up opinions and actions are not necessarily representative of Radio for One Studio LLC, TDC Podcast, any of its participants, or advertisers.
Have a blessed day.
Well,
That pretty much says it all.
yeah, I think he nailed it.
I don't think he is fucking around.
He's not, and good for him.
Yep.
You know?
I think that's going to be a wild success.
Yeah, we needed to put someone in charge who is no holds barred, who gets the big picture.
Yeah.
We're very happy with the way things are going. You know, Ryan never ceases to amaze. He was like, if we add the old content in and have a new tier, people will bump up. And that's the trick with Patreon, is getting people to move up levels, I guess.
Sure.
I'm just learning this as I go. I was shocked. There were like 4 or 5 people that went up a level in monthly payments. I did see someone signed up today, and I felt bad because they're going to get dinged in 3 days.
We did try. But hey,
warned them.
if that's what they want to do, by all means, we
Yes.
appreciate it and thank you.
Patreon.com/TDC Podcast. Sign up, show your support, exclusive content you'll love, I guarantee it. We're going to be doing some tonight after the show. We'll do some stories we didn't get to, and I really want to do some more this weekend, you know, as we got time. It's just, you got to understand, it's hard keeping our schedules. You know, you're busy, and I can't do it alone.
Yep.
And you've got a life, you've got family,
Sure.
girlfriend, daughters. Like,
get
there's
it.
full-time jobs, so it's a little trickier, but we're doing the best we can. Amazon link as well, help support us. Super simple. For right now, anyways, until further notice, just go to DestroyCast.com. click the link, shop as normal, and they just give us a small percentage. So it's a lot. Walters@DetroitCast.com is the best way to email me currently. Send your emails. We appreciate that. We love reading your emails. Your takes on things, any critiques or compliments are welcome. MyPillow.com, use promo code TDC, shop away, and they give us a great percentage of that. So that is really helpful.
Every little bit helps.
Every little bit. If we can get people doing all these little angles, and I know we mentioned a lot at the front of the show, but that's on purpose.
Yeah.
So please continue to help us out. Spread the word.
Yeah, you should join Patreon like these lucky bastards.
Yeah.
Brendan Russo.
Brendan Russo. Okay.
Christopher Leppo.
Chris Leppo. All right.
Yeah. Oh, Christopher.
Christopher.
I want to shorten it.
Yeah.
Christopher.
Leppo.
Like a leper?
Like a leper or...
We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of something.
Like Lebo, but Lipo?
No, it's more sinister. Maybe it was leper.
Oh, it's probably,
Leppo.
that's pretty close to a leper.
Yeah.
Let's hope not. And Josh Westby.
Josh Westby.
Westby.
Better than Eastby.
Definitely.
Is it Westby?
It is Westby. Yes.
Yeah.
Without the E on the end. Not by.
Yeah.
Yeah, Westby.
Thank you guys all so much for signing up.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard. I hope you enjoy the exclusive content that you're going to find in there.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We've had fun. T-shirts should be done soon, and stickers getting ready
All
to go
coming.
out.
That's a lot of behind the scenes work there.
Yeah, a lot going on. So a very exciting time to be at Radio for One Studios.
Yeah.
I'll say that. Let's get to the news, T.
Shall
What's
we?
going on in the world? Yeah. We talked about Johnny the Walrus yesterday on the show.
Cuckoo Cuckoo.
Yeah. Matt Walsh from Daily Wire. He does the Matt Walsh Show. It's very good. And he produced this children's book, Johnny the Walrus, and it's basically trolling trans people, transgender people, and writing, about how ridiculous this is, that you can just claim to be something and then you're that, And so anyway, so that broke yesterday that these people were freaking out behind the scenes, like, this is so dangerous. Oh my God, we should take a break in case anyone needs to faint.
Yeah. Emergency meetings at Amazon and such.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's now become Amazon's best-selling book in the United States across all categories.
Outstanding. Yeah. There you go.
See how that works?
That Streisand effect.
Yep. Walsh's book was released November of 21, and so far has 250,000 copies in print, which is great. That's a lot. It is currently on its 4th printing. We did it, Walsh said. Amazon is actively trying to suppress my children's book, but in spite of that, Johnny the Walrus is now the #1 best-selling book on all of Amazon. This is causing unimaginable trauma to Amazon's woke employees, and I couldn't be happier. Thank you, everyone.
It's beautiful. Like I said, it had already gone to #1 with the alphabet community, and now that everybody else is caught on, it's going to be like wildfire on that side. So yeah, he was just going to double, if not quadruple his
It's
sales.
fantastic. And this, Libs of TikTok posted this video of these employees complaining about Johnny the Walrus and his upcoming What is a Woman? And it's just we'll just refresh from yesterday. It's been a very traumatic experience for transgender Amazonians. Has it?
Yeah, of course.
Has it really? I wonder if these people are traumatized. If they're such pussies that they're actually traumatized, or is this just?
It's a great question. I don't know what.
Because I don't know that I believe it.
I don't think people actually understand what fucking trauma is anymore.
Right.
I don't think they realize what real traumatization is. I think it's become so commonplace and just used and triggered.
Right.
Cringe when I say it.
Yeah.
That they don't even know that it's like saying literally.
Right.
When it's not literal.
Right.
Yeah. It's just become so common that it's irrelevant now. Mm-hmm. Everybody's traumatized at everything.
Yeah, but
they put tomato on my hamburger. I'm traumatized.
Yeah, and it was a targeted attack against me because I'm BIPOC or I'm lesbian.
Yeah, whatever.
Like
insert bullshit here.
Yeah, insert bullshit victimhood here. Yeah. But the reality of life is there's not a person who gets through it without trauma.
Nope.
Like real trauma, So how are these fragile souls going to deal with real trauma when it eventually gets to their door?
They're probably just off themselves, I think, at that point. I don't think they're built to sustain.
Yeah. What I don't want to come out of this meeting is slamming the books team with a bunch of tickets. I don't know what that, but they are already aware of this. There are things in this space that are happening. Johnny the Walrus is a problematic book. Oh, not a bit of a problem. It's one hell of a problem. Walsh joined Tucker Carlson last night. I didn't see it, but he said, I'm just a humble children's author in a cardigan. Johnny the Walrus is about a true self-acceptance, and at the end, both Johnny and his mom learn that you should accept yourself for who you truly are.
Oh, what a great message.
When I was a kid, the message of self-acceptance was the most common message in books. It's what we read. Now on the left, what they foist on kids is a false self-acceptance and actually rejecting who you really are in favor of delusion. I would agree with that. So, yeah. Congratulations.
Yeah.
This is working so well.
I'm sure his pre-sales for What is a Woman through the roof.
Oh, yeah. He's #1 in pre-sales.
It's more than one way to work the system, my man.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd love to.
That's the problem. You can always win the game. The hardest part is that the rules have been changing so quickly, so fast. It's been hard to catch up and figure out how to play the game and how to win the game.
Right.
So when you see things like that, it's just like well done, well played.
Yeah, I think they believe that they have the country's support. And what they really have is a very small amount of support, but they're so loud and they're so active that it makes most rational, normal people censor themselves.
Yeah.
It makes them not engage because of the fear that you're going to end up with a porch full of psychopaths with green and blue hair screaming at you, trying to figure out everywhere you've worked so they can ban them. And that's a fear. Is that a reality? Probably not. They can only be in so many places and harass so many people, but that's the fear, is like, I'm going to do one say one thing and it's going to be taken out of context, and then these monsters are going to try to destroy my family, my career.
Yeah. Well, it's getting to the point where they're losing that power. Like they've used this cancel culture so flippantly that it doesn't carry that weight anymore. It just doesn't. Like you're starting to see it more and more. Like they come at people and it just bounces off.
Yeah.
It's not holding weight like it used to. Like they just shot their wad.
Yeah.
And they don't have anything left. And when you're talking about being vocal, it does seem that way because those opinions get amplified and opposing viewpoints get suppressed.
Yeah.
So it makes it seem like they're empowered and that's the majority because that's what.
But they're so not. And they're not getting any pushback from anybody.
No, and they're losing ground.
Yeah.
At a very, very flip rate.
Yeah, I think that's true. But when you have people that are supporting that, very public and powerful people, and corporations supporting your horrible behavior, by the way, your bullying, horrible behavior.
Yeah, your tirades.
Yeah,
your
tantrums are covered like they're actual news, or that you have the support of the whole country because, like you said, you suppress voices on one side, you amplify others. I used to fight with Jay all the time about this. I don't understand.
Who?
Yeah. I'm just kidding. But I would say stop fucking responding. These woke companies need to stop responding to every toddler that throws a fucking tantrum. Who's running your companies, right? I don't need to hear from Adidas that you stand with the other. We don't tolerate hatred in any form or bigotry. We stand with Ukraine. Like, shut the fuck up. No one cares. It's you're the dipshit putting,
It's disingenuous anyway.
It's disingenuous.
It's just words.
It's just words, but it's getting worse, and it means that these people are being heard, and they don't deserve to be heard by people. I just heard Boggs. Oh, is Boggs in the house? No. Oh, what?
Surprise.
All right. Anyways, it's crazy, but I think you're right. I think there is some pushback coming on a lot of this. I don't know how this plays out. I hope Twitter changes the game radically.
Yeah,
we'll know soon enough, but
it's coming.
These people, I think they're well intentioned. I don't think people intentionally want to screw up their kids. Like Megan Fox,
That's it's a good question. I'm not going to say that across the board. I mean, I guess they don't want to fuck them up, but I think people that are fucked up don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think they're intentionally fucking up their kid. Like, I'm going to fuck them up, but they're not doing them any favors.
They're setting them up for massive. I mean, unless your goal is to just be an activist for your job.
Maybe.
I mean, if that's what you want to do is just shout outside people's houses and ring bells. If that's what you want to do, you can do that, I suppose.
Sure.
If that's what we're training kids to do. Megan Fox is the latest in a long line of celebrities promoting these radical gender changes that have taken place over the last couple of weeks. Hey!
Hello, Mr. Bully.
Is that the surprise?
Yes.
I love the surprise.
Surprise!
Hey, buddy
Get my
boy.
promotion somehow.
Yeah, you're not like
CC was persistent. She followed me down.
got himself a beer.
I did. Well, those are Gary's beers. I'm like, I wonder if those blue lights are left.
Oh yeah, they're
Didn't
all
touch
left.
them.
Yeah, he drank one, and we were drinking whiskey.
All right.
So
Well, there you go.
Have at it, my friend.
And Mescal.
It's lovely to see you here, sexy Jesus.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anyways, back to Megan Fox.
Yeah. Boy, I hope she doesn't trans out.
She, she's hot.
Oh, yeah.
Best days behind. You
Well,
start
yeah.
getting
I mean, that's
35-year-old.
That's for everybody, but
Yeah,
she's
remarkable,
still above average.
though. Oh yeah, she's gorgeous, but it's remarkable. It's just all of us.
Yeah.
It's like God to be 20 again.
Oh,
to be
geez.
24. You see her in the Transformers movie.
Yeah.
It's like that might be the hottest girl I've ever seen.
Right up there, man. Right up there.
I don't know. To me, you're fucking your kid up, but you do you. She's recently discussed the issue during an interview with Glamour UK magazine. Fox said that when her 9-year-old son Noah started expressing his desire to wear dresses, she decided to educate him with literature made for and made by transgender individuals.
Okay.
Great. The more we can normalize this, the more kids are going to do it. I mean, if this kid's dick isn't cut off by the time he's 12, Megan Fox, you failed.
Yeah.
As a mother. You do not want this kid going through male puberty if he doesn't have to.
Yeah, you got to start that early.
Yeah. I do have a child that suffers. He's bullied. I have a lot of worries about that because I just wish that humanity was not like this. Well, wake up, it is. You probably didn't experience much of that because you were the hottest person from second grade. Yeah, second grade through today. You've been the hottest and most flattered upon woman ever, right? You're in the elite 1/1,000,000th of a percent of the top hottest people, successful, young. So everybody that's ever been in your world has kissed your ass.
Hey, it's hard for us too, man.
Yeah.
Listen, we have our struggles.
Most of us don't go through that. Most of us are just
Not all
trying
it's
to get
cracked up
through.
to be.
Yeah, it's hard.
A lot of petty jealousy out there.
Yeah, there is. I just wish humanity was not like this. Well, it wasn't to you, but it is to other people. Although my kid is so brave. Is he? So brave. He wants to try on a dress. He wants to wear mommy's dress. I want to sniff mommy's dress. I don't want to try it on. I might sniff it a little bit. Let's see. He's so brave, and my child is so brave. And I know that they've chosen this journey for a reason. It's just hard as a mom. I bought a bunch of books that sort of address these things and address the full spectrum of what this is. So from the time they were very young, I've incorporated those things into their daily lives so that nobody feels like they are weird or strange or different. Different? Some of the books
Not if you normalize it.
No, not if you normalize it. That's true. And in her little bubble world, her little Hollywood community, it's probably very normal. So that's fine. Some of the books are written by transgender children. Are they? Not a trans.
They're writing books. Authors.
Yeah.
Child trans authors aren't there?
Yeah.
Are there?
Yeah, there's no issue mentally or with stability or anything. But no, they're authors now. These children are writing great books.
Perfect.
And she's just dishing them up to her kid. See if we can, at the most vulnerable time and age in his life, let's see if we can't propagandize him right and proper, good and proper.
He's got Machine Gun Kelly as a stepfather, right?
Yeah.
They're married, right? Not just
Engaged.
banging. Engaged.
Yeah. Banging, engaged.
Well, clearly.
She also says, I think people are born bisexual, and they make subconscious choices based on the pressures of society. I have no question in my mind about being bisexual.
She eats box. That's fine.
Great, good for her. Do you think people are born bisexual, and then to make that statement that the pressures of society force us down this lane? I remember at a very early age going, "Oh man, that chick's cute." Never once did I look at a boy and go, "Oh boy." You're like,
no, I don't think there's a standard
fine.
on any level. I don't think there's in any way. But
Yeah.
I don't think it's all encompassing at all.
Yeah,
I think everybody's got their thing.
I remember having a girlfriend in like 7th grade. Her name was Kim. She was the fucking cutest girl in school.
Yeah,
right.
Nice job.
Yeah, of course.
Pulling top
Last
box. Attaboy.
Yeah, no, I'm not giving last
Look her
names.
up.
But yeah,
Let's see how she holds up.
I'm sure she holds up great. But I was terrified.
Sure she held up great?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
she was one of those that was probably going to hold up pretty
All
good.
right, good. Yeah, you can tell.
There's Megan Fox.
Yeah. Well, see, I don't even like now she's looking
too much.
Kardashian. That
Yep, too
Yeah,
much.
You know,
way too
Give me
much.
10 years ago, Megan Fox.
Yeah,
That's
when we get our fuck dolls or whatever those are,
Yeah.
those robots,
Yep.
I'm going with a 2004 Aniston.
That's not bad.
Yeah, and then maybe I would take a spin on a
You know what?
a Megan Fox. I'm trying to think what years those.
I don't know what the year
Transformer
was, but
with Shia LaBeouf.
this is
Before all the plastic surgery.
yeah, this is 40
Yeah.
in that movie when Apatow's wife's grabbing her tits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like, are those real? Yeah, grab them.
yeah,
Oh my God, she's all into it.
yeah, yeah.
It's a good scene.
That's a good. It is. It is. I don't remember what I was.
Yellow boner now? Oh, see, yeah, she's not even. Yeah, I disagree.
Go back to find pics from the Transformers movies. So, let's go back. And I don't know how old she is. She's probably 15.
Oh, she's legal in that stuff, I think.
Yeah, she's wearing that
Yeah.
midriff.
She ever get naked in anything?
I don't know.
Let's go to Dr. Skin. Reference. Find out.
Mr. Skin?
Or Mr. Skin, I mean. Sorry.
Yeah, she probably has at some point.
I would think so.
Shown them titties.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
She's fixing a car, so she's got to be legal there.
Before plastic surgery.
yeah, pre-plastic surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah, falls apart quick.
I'm a fan. Not going to lie.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Well, yeah, well, she spit a brat out. That wrecks it.
Am I being too harsh on parents that do that? Because I imagine she loves her kids every bit as much as you love your kids.
Well, I think the difference is that people try to push their own agendas on their kids.
Right.
Instead of, and it's fine. A kid might, I don't know, every kid might want to play with a doll or something at one point.
course.
You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean
course.
anything. When we wear a dress, it doesn't mean anything. I remember putting my mom's bras on, fucking run when I was a kid, What? Well, I mean, not like, but you know what I mean? Like as a kid, it's fucking, I don't know, I'm young.
Yeah.
But it didn't mean I wanted to dress like a woman. I was going to all of a sudden,
Yeah.
be a trans. But there's people now that when that happens, then they start feeding it and accelerating it and amplifying it.
Normalizing it.
Yeah. And, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But as soon
And the
as you
problem
see,
comes
like,
in when you start taking radical steps to alter their bodies. It's like you got to understand that you're the one that's supposed to protect these tiny little really stupid humans.
Yep.
Really stupid and impressionable. That's where it's like for decades, my entire life and many years before I was born, it was like, okay, the buck stops here when you talk about fucking with kids. It just does. They're off limits because we've always understood how vulnerable they are, how much protection they need. This is not like the animal kingdom giving birth and a giraffe pops out. It better be able to fucking walk right now.
You're on your own, son.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, these things are totally programmable little dumb things. And they're really fucking dumb for many, many years.
Yep.
Through their 20s.
Very impressionable.
They're stupid human beings. And I'm not talking book smart. I just mean their development.
Yeah.
They're not capable of grasping it. So when you're talking about a 9-year-old and feeding them books written by trans kids, I'd be going, okay, 41% of this community attempts suicide, pre-op and post-op. Changes nothing. Why are we listening to them? Why would you be encouraging? And I'm all for it, but it just seems crazy.
Yeah.
Just seems crazy to me.
There could be some other issues, but I'm no doctor.
And then you've got this idiot in the White House who whatever's put up on a teleprompter, he'll say.
Yeah.
You know, there's no original thought there at all. And this train's just cruising down the track. You know, President Soup told teachers gathered, so they've got this Teacher of the Year event. And of course,
Toiks?
Yeah, they weren't the actual Toiks. That would have been nice.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, yeah, Mrs. Smith here.
Get them all together, get a top 5 lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got this hot 23-year-old, Mrs. Smith. She let 3 of the guys in class go down on her. She blew all of them. She provided them with alcohol and marijuana. Let's hear it for Mrs. Smith.
Yep.
She's one of the Toiks Teacher of the Year candidates this year, and just line up 5 of the hottest chicks across the country who are going down on their students in the parking lot. That would be awesome.
Yeah, I would support that.
I would get behind President Soup if he was doing that. Like, who are we kidding? We're going to nominate one Teacher of the Year from wherever and like be like, yeah, you're the shit. Oh, what do you know? He just happens to be an African American Kurt Russell. Biden honors.
He's not black. I've seen him.
Different Kurt Russell.
Oh.
He works at Ohio's Oberlin High School. Was named Teacher of the Year by the Nonprofit Council of Chief State School Officers.
Okay.
Sounds like a fun club.
Oh, yeah.
He teaches African American history, race, gender, and oppression courses. Of course, he's Teacher of the Year.
Should we start a slow clap
Yeah.
for Mr. Russell?
Wow,
Okay.
Mr. Russell.
Hey, he could be an excellent teacher.
Sure. It just happens to be in all the categories that they're trying to take over.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that there might be some bias in that.
He serves as the faculty advisor for the school's Black Student Union. Teaching is one of the hardest jobs in the country, Soup said. Do you guys agree with that? Teaching is one of the hardest jobs in the country?
Most thankless.
Kids are assholes
Yeah.
nowadays.
Kids suck.
yeah,
Yeah,
they are.
yeah, true.
So are parents.
Today
true.
there are too many publications, man. Trying to score political points, trying to ban books. I'm not kidding, man. Even math books. I mean, did you ever think that when you'd be teaching, you'd be worrying about book burnings and banning books? Come on, man. All because it doesn't fit somebody's political agenda? Well, no. You're forcing political agenda into the math book, dummy. Uh-huh. You don't see the difference? Like, that's what they had a problem with. Not teaching 4 + 4 = 8.
No, they don't.
They're not banning those
hypocrisy
math books.
Is lost on them.
And by the way, Soup goes on to say, if I was a parent, which I'm not, it's a parent, I should never be a parent. But he says that school children are yours when they're in the classroom. He spoke, he urged teachers to help students gain confidence enough to know what they can do. They're not someone else's children, they're our children. And they are the kite strings that literally lift our national ambitions aloft. You think that idiot wrote that?
Of course.
Think about it.
Surprised you didn't fuck that line up.
Yeah, right? Think about it. Come on, man. If you've got to do one thing to make sure the nation succeeds in the next 2 generations, what would you do? I would say literally have the best educated public in the world. Oh, that's laughable.
In the world.
Yeah, we're not even close, Soup.
Not
even close. And you think forcing critical race theory or gender affirming material is going to make this country smarter?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm sure our best and brightest are rushing to the teaching world these days.
Yeah. Oh,
Really.
yeah.
Yeah, the future looks bright.
I've seen
for
a
our
lot of them
education
on
system.
libs of TikTok. They look like geniuses.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't look like agenda pushers at all. You've heard me say it many times, man, about our children, but it is true. They're all our children. And the reason you are Teachers of the Year is because you recognize that. They're not somebody else's children. They're ours when they're in your classroom. Wrong. Creepy as fuck, by the way. No, you don't. They're not your children.
No, not metaphorically. I can see. But the problem is that you want teachers to be able to relate to these kids, and on a level. As a parent, I can appreciate that. It just be a job. You know, you're just punching a clock. You're coming in. You're saying words, and you're fucking leaving. You know, so I respect
Like
and,
so
and
many
I
of
can
our
appreciate
teachers
it. Yeah, that have a connection and have a relationship with these, but that relationship also fucking ends when the bell rings. They're not, you know.
So you want people to care about their job.
Of course.
Take their job seriously. I have no problem with that. But this goes far. I think telling teachers these are your children, teachers are going on to TikTok and explaining that. when they're here, these are my fucking kids. Blah blah. Like, no, dude, they're
Sending them
not
home to
your
their
kids.
asshole parents. I know what's best for them.
Here's a thought: they're never your kids. It's
No.
creepy. You know, you get them for
Every teacher, I mean,
you get them
most
for an
teachers
hour a day.
will refer to their students as my kids.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
I know what
Well-
you're talking about, but it's being abused. You got something there?
No, I was just gonna say, Mom Bully was a teacher. She brought it home with her.
Really?
Yeah, I remember that for sure.
What in what way?
I mean, she just really cared about her kids.
Yeah.
And even
Yeah.
after retirement, she still did, part-time and subbing and all
Yeah.
that stuff. So there are good teachers out there.
Oh yeah.
My kids' teachers, I don't think I have one that I could complain about off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But
I just, and who knows how bad it really is. I just keep
kids are
pulling.
assholes. Yeah.
Kids are very big assholes. Of course they are.
I couldn't do it.
No, hell no. But I'm pulling enough stories daily about this Wisconsin school board and what their agenda for the fall is, or all over the coasts in California and, Chicago school districts or Waukesha school districts. Like, these stories aren't made up.
No.
Is it going on everywhere? I don't know the extent. I'm not in the classrooms, but I don't trust them right now with the stuff that's being pushed.
That's absolutely
And
not.
I don't have a dog in the fight. I would imagine, though, it's the first time I can recall in my life where kids aren't off limits for this stuff.
Yeah.
And it seems to be very creepy. The
Well-
stuff you want to teach them seems just creepy.
See, you gotta differentiate between the two of those. Them saying that they're kids, things like that,
Yeah.
doesn't cross a line. What they're trying to, when they're imposing their
I
beliefs and
understand
things
that.
like that crosses a line. But so it's not just automatic. Like, it's not creepy for them to say you're kids. I disagree with that point
It's
of it.
getting creepy to me because we all knew what teachers meant when we were growing up, and it was like, this is my classroom, these are my kids
Yep.
for the year. Like, we all understood that. It seems like it's going further there. Like their ownership of these children. Are they actually taking that to heart? Like,
Well,
these are their
yeah.
kids?
Yeah, it is starting to
feels
cross
that
lines,
way,
yes.
and that train doesn't slow down. It only picks up momentum, and so it's like, okay, if you're openly saying this today, what are you going to be openly saying and expecting tomorrow? It's not like it's going to revert and get better.
And how long have you been quietly saying it?
Right. And, when you have these popping up all over the country, these discussions, and leaders are getting involved, celebrities are getting involved, big tech's getting involved, and acting like parents need to stay in their lane and shut up and get out of the way. It's none of your business. That is horrifying.
Yeah.
And I know there's a lot of great teachers out there that would go, I would never keep something from parents. I want parents' input. I imagine most teachers want parental input.
Overall, yeah, of course.
But, if you normalize this idea of it's for the safety of the children that I keep a secret, that's grooming. That's creepy.
Yep.
It's weird. Why would you, who spend an hour with these kids, think that you have some authority over them and their safety? How about you let him go home and have dad flip out, and then he can go to jail for 20 years, right? If that's how it's going to be, and he's going to beat the gay out of his kid, well, he's going to go to prison. So you don't need to keep secrets from them, because it's not your job to get them help if they're mentally unstable or if there's something else going on. You don't know.
No, but if you can avoid them getting the gay beat out of them, you could try.
Do you think
that.
that's really going on around the country?
I absolutely, on some level, yeah, I'm sure. But
Dude, I think
no.
those are so rare nowadays.
Yeah, it is. It's,
So rare that it's not.
no. You're already seeing the pushback on this. You
I
fuck with
could-
kids, you're going to get the
problem.
ire of the parents and
Yeah.
the community.
And I could see if you had evidence, right? In those rare instances, if you had evidence like, look, it's known in the community, these parents are alcoholic drug addicts who are homophobic, and it's looking like their kid might have some questions, and we don't feel safe sending him into that home environment. You can get someone else involved in that. There's probably ways, and I'd have no problem with that. If you were like, Johnny's coming in with bruises on him each day and saying he fell down the stairs again, or he tripped and slammed into a tree, and we don't buy it. His parents seem irrational. I have no problem with someone stepping in, calling the authorities, going, hey, we don't feel safe. This kid's asking questions about, thinks he might be gay. We don't feel comfortable telling the parents this. What do we do?
Yeah, they're increasing the divide between the classroom and the home.
Right.
Yeah, which
Right.
is never going to end well.
No.
Not on any level.
And here, just a further example. Rhode Island Democrats are pushing legislation that would teach children about pleasure-based sexual relations with the support of left-wing groups.
Oh,
okay, so this is just another
getting
example.
just to get your nut off?
Yeah.
All right.
This is a Senate bill.
Wow.
Okay, Senate Bill 2285.
Rhode Island is this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would
Get
amend
after it, Rhode Island.
current law so that culturally appropriate courses, who gets to decide what's culturally appropriate? Rhode Island school systems? Really?
Yeah.
In family life or sex education are taught to children beginning in 6th grade. Teachings would recognize pleasure-based sexual relations. Now, they never define that.
No, not at all?
No.
Okay.
That word pleasure is a fucking problem for me.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, actually, no, it's not. This is
Yeah,
great.
I was gonna
Keep
say.
going down this road. No, right off the cliff. Keep going. This is a feel-good story today. Sorry. Let's see. Teachings would
you're teaching the difference between love and sex. That's beautiful. There you go.
different sexual orientations and be inclusive of same-sex relationship. The act would also provide instruction that the instruction include gender expression, gender identity, and the harm of negative gender stereotypes.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. So you can't call his man wife would be offensive. No, I don't think you can do that. Lawmakers were holding meetings yesterday, hearing on the bill, which has sparked strong backlash. Any child under 18, we should not be talking about sexual pleasure. We shouldn't be talking about some of these topics. And they're looking, they're looking to roll into sex ed. Kimberly Quagon said to a local ABC affiliate, I think it should be basically from a clinical standpoint. And that's what I remember.
Yeah.
Remember, I thought Mr. Green was going to bang the 6th grade teacher in front of the class. And I firmly believed that. And then when it came to, it was just like, damn it. He's just,
Remember being shown
this is a penis. This is a vagina.
fallopian tubes.
Yeah, those
This is
were
the
always
uterus, the fallopian, the tubes, and all that.
Yeah.
You can tell
And
it was
he just
explained.
sat there. It was nothing romantic or sexual about it. It was just like,
No.
I don't want to talk about penises and vagines.
Nope.
Gross. It was, you couldn't wait to get out of it. It was uncomfortable. It was like, well, the penis goes in the vagine and then it ejaculates in there. And then 9 months later, a baby comes out. And that's how babies are made. Class dismissed. I was like, no, that wasn't very fun. No. But, sexual pleasure.
Well, now they're going to ramp it up a bit.
Yeah. So she's like, from a clinical standpoint, that's one thing. And I actually think anything they want to teach regarding this matter, the curriculum should be approved by parents. Senator Tiara Mack, one of the primary sponsors of the bill, has cited her Southern abstinence-only sex ed as a reason for pushing State Bill 2285. There was no conversation about what it meant to be gay, what a healthy relationship looked like. The senator, who is openly lesbian, of course.
Oh, therein lies the rub. There it is. And there it is.
There we are. Open lesbian. So it wasn't something that was addressed enough for you, so now you're going to force it on everybody else. Gotcha. Sex education is about learning about gender and gender roles, about what it's like to grow up in a single-parent family. It's about all the things I wish I had gotten. It's about knowing I wasn't alone. Really? 51% of marriages end in divorce. There are so many fucking kids living in single-family homes. Like, they know, the kids know whose parents are divorced and whose parent died, and like, this isn't out of the norm.
No.
State Congresswoman Rebecca Kislak, who introduced the House version of the bill, would not define what pleasure meant in an interview. I think that one word in the legislation should not be the focus here.
No? What about gay?
I think that one word in the legislation should not be the focus here.
Interesting.
Yeah. Max said, teaching comprehensive, queer-inclusive, pleasure-based sex ed was a highlight of my time teaching. Rachel Campos Duffy, I think she's a Fox host, weekend host or something. Right. She said, pervert, not your job.
Yeah, right? I'm just going home and just beat the shit out of that puss thinking about it.
You were hired by parents to teach math, science, reading, writing, and history. Parents in Rhode Island should be extremely concerned about this legislation, American Principles Project President Terry Schilling said. If passed, public schools in the state would be injected with the most radical propaganda. Kids as young as 11 would be taught and likely encouraged to pursue sex changes if they even feel remotely uncomfortable in their own bodies. Schools would also indoctrinate students into a relativist moral view about sex, explicitly infringing on the rights of parents to form their children in these matters. The bill is supported by Planned Parenthood. Yeah, think about that. If you encourage kids starting in 6th grade that sex is pleasurable,
Yeah.
they're going to have more sex, and that's going to lead to more abortions,
Yep.
or the need for more abortions. Why wouldn't this is probably $1 billion win for Planned Parenthood,
Can be.
right?
Yeah.
If kids think like it's no big deal, like we do, you know,
Fucking yeah.
just get them banging all the
Plant
time.
that seed. Fuck yeah. Very deep.
So Planned Parenthood, Rhode Island, tweeted, Rhode Island students deserve sex ed that's accurate, affirming, and honest, but at many schools, they're not getting it. According to the group, sex ed programs must address gender identity and the harm of gender stereotypes, different sexual orientations, and pleasure-based sexuality, and same-sex relationships in lessons and examples. I
I don't know. I mean, it's should it be completely ignored? Probably not. But should it be the fucking focus of
What?
it?
Pleasure-based sexual
No, just
teaching?
I mean all of it. I mean just the gender identity, all that kind of stuff. I mean, it feels like it's just being so front and center.
Yeah.
You know, in the time and the place for sex ed and health education, whatever you call it. You know, sure, it can be addressed.
Did
but,
they address it with us? Like, there are some people that are
No, but it wasn't a
homosexual,
thing 20 years ago.
Right. Well, trans obviously
barely.
wasn't. But homosexuality, I think we learned. I mean, we didn't learn shit in school, but
No.
I think it was, you know, like, yep, this is heterosexuals and this is homosexuals.
I don't even know that it was addressed in ours, to be honest with you.
Maybe
not that
not.
I don't really have a vivid memory of it, but I don't
either.
remember
I
it.
Mr. Green's 5th grade class. That's all I
Yeah.
remember. And I vividly remember that. I thought Mrs. Crowley was going to take a deep dicking that day.
Yeah.
Deep dicking.
No, I'm all for, you know, open, honest discussions about things. But
Yeah.
it's a big difference between addressing it and pushing it. There's a big difference.
I have no problem with teaching sex ed in its proper form, because kids are asking questions in 5th and 6th grade. Like, they're hearing things from older siblings. They're hearing things from the kid down the street who knows more about it because his family's taught him all about it, and then he's telling it on the playground. So there is a need to clear some of that stuff up.
I mean, they all have fucking porn on their phone and everything
Yeah,
nowadays.
true.
So
I guess I'm
it's
relating it to
different,
my life,
So
yeah.
different nowadays. Like what they have access to at any moment, 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
I mean, we wanted to rub one off. We had to fucking find a hustler somewhere and hide and fucking knock one out.
Yeah.
You know? Now you can just, anywhere, anytime, you can find anything you want. It's crazy.
So this is organized too. You know, this isn't just fly by night, hey, sexual pleasure. So are you familiar with SHIP?
I'm not.
Yeah. Sexual Health Includes Pleasure is the name of the nonprofit group.
Okay.
They're dedicated to providing culturally inclusive, medically accurate, and pleasure-guided sexuality, education, therapy, and professional training.
I just shipped the bed.
SHIP offers a variety of workshops and events, including deconstructing toxic monogamy culture. What the hell is toxic monogamy culture?
It is overrated.
What the hell is toxic monogamy? I don't even know what that means. Toxic monogamy?
Yeah.
Is it toxic
we're
because
animals.
it's the
We're not-
majority?
We're not built to be monogamous.
Can you yeah, can you do a DuckDuckGo on that or something? Deconstructing toxic monogamy culture and building intentional relationships. Another course called What the Fetish?
Oh, Jesus.
An introduction to non-BDSM fetishes.
Oh, why stop there?
Yeah.
What, it's got to be non-BDSM?
Yeah, let's go.
I mean, if
Yeah,
you're going to
can't
open the
leave out-
door,
Hey, you're the alphabet community. You can't leave out BDSM.
Right, exactly.
That seems racist.
right? You want to suck toes, go for it, but don't get into the whips and chains just
Yeah,
yet. We're not.
yeah.
That's not approved.
Leather mask up, gimp. Let's go. Starting at the beginning, healthy sexuality in preschool classrooms.
In preschool classrooms.
Yeah, preschool.
Wow.
Preschool comes before kindergarten.
Yep.
Before 1st grade.
Yep.
So you're talking about what, 3-year-olds?
You see, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, starting at the beginning. Healthy sexuality in preschool classrooms. This and you want the group that founded What the Fetish? Teaching your preschoolers about sex. How about this course? What's the hole? Filling the pleasure gap and more. Okay, what I mean when I say toxic monogamy.
Should we go through the list here?
Yeah, go ahead.
The normalization of jealousy as an indicator of love.
Okay, what does that even mean? I don't even know what that means. Am I just stupid? So the normalization of jealousy. So if you're jealous,
You're in love.
What's that?
You're in love.
Yeah. So you're in love with.
Well, that it's that's a healthy indicator of love. That dispelling the fact that jealousy is a healthy indicator of love.
Is it?
I think jealousy is fucking vile. to be
Yeah.
honest with you. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
And there's a spectrum.
Listen,
There's a spectrum when
I'm
it
gonna
comes to
be
jealousy.
on team fucking toxic monogamy culture. Just
All
for the
right.
record here.
What's the next one?
The idea that a sufficiently intense love is enough to overcome any practical incompatibilities. Love is not always enough.
Okay.
Okay.
So wait, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Toxic monogamy. The idea that
The monogamy culture is toxic.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right, let's do a couple of these. The idea that you should meet your partner's every need, and if you don't, you're either inadequate or they're too needy.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is toxic. Fuck that. I'm on
Right?
team.
Yeah,
I'm on
see?
this team
Okay,
too.
see? Exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
sometimes you got to go to the fucking
That.
nightstand.
I can't do everything for
Finish
you,
off, right?
woman.
The idea that a sufficiently intense love should cause you to cease to be attracted to anyone else.
Oh yeah, I agree with that a lot. I'm
See?
on this
exactly,
team.
right?
Yeah.
So I've always said, like, the hot chick walks by, and, you know, like, you watch her walk by and look at her ass, and then you turn around and you get slapped. Like, she's hot. What do you mean? It's not like I got up and asked her for her number. You know what I mean? How the fuck can I look at that?
If you're walking down the street, you're in Royal Oak with hat, and
Yeah.
some sexy guy walks by and hat goes, God damn, he's hot as hell.
I'll knock her the fuck. No,
Yeah.
I don't care. It's fine. Do it. I mean, it's good for the goose. It's good for the gander.
I don't even know if I cover well anymore. If a hot chick walks by, I'm just like, yeah, I'm a cis white male. What are you gonna do? I'm staring at you a little bit.
Look, fine, but it's not. You know, I mean, like, oh God, look at him. You know,
Yeah.
there's a difference.
We're not 16,
right? But to notice, sure, it's human. And to
Trevor,
act
you
like
allowed
you
to notice?
don't.
I imagine you would be allowed to notice a beautiful woman walk by.
Yeah.
Jen would be comfortable.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's fine
And
because
you don't have to be like fucking Lenny or whatever, Squiggy from fucking Laverne and Shirley.
no. But see, the problem is to act like you didn't is lying.
Yes.
So to be open and be real about it is more the thing.
I believe
you know?
100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
It's, you know, to act like, you know, oh, did you see her? Oh, no. Who? What? I don't even know what you're talking about. You know, or the fucking gorgeous blonde with the giant tits that just walked by in the skin tight pants. No, didn't even see her. The big naturals. Oh, yeah. The idea that marriage and children is the only valid teleological justification for being committed to a relationship.
Well, no, that's bullshit. People, there are tons
Right.
of people that get married and don't have kids.
The idea that your insecurities are always your partner's responsibility to tiptoe around and never your responsibility to work on.
Yeah, I love this group.
I'm telling you, see, that's what I said. I think I'm there with these people.
Yeah, like on everything.
The idea that your value to a partner is directly proportional to the amount of time and energy they spend on you, and it is in zero-sum competition with everything else they value in life.
Good.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah.
The idea that being of value to a partner should always make up a large chunk of how you value yourself.
Yeah, I love this group. These
Right.
guys are great.
Okay.
Yeah.
See.
So so one of their events, deconstructing toxic monogamy culture and building intentional relationships. Okay, that makes sense more now that we've read that list.
Okay. See. It's
What
not
the-
all bad, but
Yeah, I like that. I'd take that course.
Yeah.
Just go in there and go, see, bitch, I told you. Shut up. Listen to them. Yeah. They're spelling it out for you. Critics warn that diving into pleasure-based sexual relations will only promote sexual activity for children. Here's the bottom line. Parents have the primary responsibility of teaching their kids about sex, and they know better than anyone how to help their kids navigate through this difficult topic. It's outrageous that state lawmakers would insert themselves so flagrantly into these sensitive issues, especially at the behest of an organization, Planned Parenthood, which stands to benefit financially. Yeah, I agree. Is it just me, or does it feel like all this like focus on sex with young kids popped up out of nowhere? Obviously, there's organizations that have been preparing for this for probably decades.
well, it's like I said. I mean, if
but
you're
this
saying that
just seems crazy.
If you're saying it openly now, how long have you been saying it quietly? That's
And
what I'm
planning
wondering.
it.
Exactly. How far back does this go? How deep
Yeah.
is that seed planted? I don't know. But I do know that, insurance.
Yeah.
And we all need it.
Sure.
And most of us don't know what kind of coverage we have or who even provides it. Let fellow TDC listener Brent Wasik from Wasik Insurance Services change all that. Brent has over 30 years in the business and offers all type of insurance coverage. Auto, home, health, life, business, commercial, and more. Call Brent Wasik at 734-455-1900 to get a free, no-obligation quote today. Again, that's 734-455-1900 and ask for Brent Wasik at Wasik
We
Insurance.
love us some Brent and Tara.
Yeah.
Yep. God knows where they is. He back from Russia yet? Is he still there? Is he
Is he
stuck
fighting
there?
the war? What's he doing over there?
Nah, he was over there checking it all out. He has a blast. He encourages me to go there.
Really?
Not now.
I was going to say.
Going now.
Well, tough to get in and out of there, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, sure is.
Well, it's probably easier to get in and out of there than it is Ukraine.
No, I think it's pretty hard to get out of there too.
Maybe.
Yeah. The city of San Francisco housing for the homeless is so decrepit and dangerous.
Wait, housing for the homeless? Isn't that an oxymoron?
Oh yeah, it's
Is that like jumbo shrimp?
I'll explain.
Okay.
At least one vagabond told the press he prefers to sleep on the street rather than take advantage of the taxpayer-funded shelter.
Oh, it's that bad, eh?
Yeah. So in 2016, they launched a new program to end homelessness with a $160 million budget. Yeah. We're gonna end homelessness.
That's going to kill.
That figure, so that started in 2016.
That's about $100 a piece per person?
Yeah. So that number has since ballooned to over $1 billion a year.
Yeah, there you go.
The city now pays nonprofits to maintain and staff hotels purchased by the city.
It's a good investment.
Homeless people are then offered rooms as shelters, and despite the incredible amount of cash, the results have been absolutely disastrous. Richard Brusty, homeless man, told the San Francisco Chronicle that he moved into one city-funded shelter with his girlfriend, and the kitchen sink had human shit in it.
Oh, God.
And the hotel has black mold. The rooms are reportedly filled with mold and shit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Classy.
While also being the location of 14% of the city's drug overdoses, despite housing only 1% of the population.
I mean, the beggars can't be choosers, am I right?
Yeah.
It's a bed,
They
four
did
walls.
this. They did this in one of the suburbs.
But
too.
you can be anywhere. You can be
Yeah.
you can be on Malibu fucking beach.
Yeah.
Why be in some cesspool of a hotel?
Yeah, with shit, human shit in the
Yeah.
sink.
Right? You can be
Dude,
sitting
it's-
up by the
they-
Golden Gate Bridge with a view.
They did this. They tried this at a hotel there, and these people, when COVID hit, and they couldn't they couldn't have people in the hotels.
Yeah.
They were like, "Fuck it, let's put homeless in there," and they turned like an entire floor into a meth lab in a day.
Oh, yeah.
They blew up one of the fucking buildings. It absolutely trashed the place. It's like you're dealing with the worst cases of mental health on earth.
Yep.
Like that's what it is. It's absolute drug addiction 100% of the time and severe mental health.
The percentage of that are just, like down on their luck,
Right.
in between jobs right now, is so minimal
It's just
in that,
It's nothing. It's it's
Yeah.
like the transgender population numbers, right?
Right.
Fucking
Yeah.
fraction of a percent.
Exactly.
Are like just, lost my job and it's an expensive market to live in. No. You see them and you want to cross the street because they're talking to fucking no one. I've seen guys take shits on the sidewalk, literally in mid-conversation with someone, with another batshit crazy person, pull their pants on. Jen and I were walking to the marijuana store or whatever.
Dispensary.
Dispensary, thank you. We're walking there and going up some stairs to go.
Gin a
on
weed
this-
smoker?
Yeah, Jen
That a
loves
boy?
weed. Yeah.
Nice.
He was getting cartridges or something.
Whatever. Vape, of course.
Yeah.
Got to be, a little PC about it. But
Sure.
Whatever.
And
Respect.
This one guy's with a fucking shopping cart filled with garbage.
Yeah.
You know,
his life
life
belongings.
possessions of literal garbage.
Yeah.
And then the guy next to him, and they're just talking, blah, blah, blah. And the guy just pulls his pants down and takes a shit on the sidewalk.
When you got to go, you got to go.
Jesus Christ.
Who the
It's
hell's
like,
going to let him into a bathroom to go take a shit?
No one.
Exactly.
But you'd figure he'd be like even Cece will be like, oh, this is embarrassing.
She runs behind the bush like, don't
Yeah,
look at
she's
me.
like,
Jesus.
Don't look at me right now. She'll run away from Georgie and me, and she'll like tuck into a corner and shit. Like you would think they'd have more like awareness as at least a dog.
Oh, because
Let me
it's
go
been
behind this
so
bush.
normalized.
Let me go behind this bush. No, in
The streets are there.
Heavy street traffic. I'm just going to drop and shit right here on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
awesome. So we said, screw that. We started sleeping on the streets. The Chronicle reported that of the 515 tenants tracked by the government after they left permanent supportive housing in 2020, a quarter of them died while in the program.
Oh, nice.
That's one way to help.
I was going to say, I mean, means to an end. So
They quoted as exiting by passing away, city data shows.
okay.
That's why they exited the program, by passing away. Between 2020 and 2021, at least 166 people fatally overdosed in city-funded hotels. While the program was intended to eliminate the abject poverty that leads to homelessness, there are now 56% more homeless in the city than when the department launched this effort in 2016.
Well, they got all these swanky digs. Why wouldn't they?
Oh my
Frisco.
God.
They're putting us up in a place.
Critics say the problem with the program is that not enough emphasis is focused on actually helping those placed in the hotels with needed assistance for drug treatment. One facility does appear to be doing okay, the Kelly Cullen, which is staffed with nurses and devoid of dilapidated conditions.
Why don't we start working on the fucking root cause of this stuff? Why don't we bring back the mental hospitals and the mental health care that's been decimated in this country? I mean, the libs are just printing money and just making shit up now. So fucking why don't you start putting money into that?
Yeah, because they don't care about that.
Oh.
They don't actually care about that. Here's the problem. Whether you spend $160 million or $1 billion, right? All that's doing, because you're not looking out for these people. You're letting them start meth labs in a fucking a hotel floor, and blow the place up.
Enabling.
Right? Shitting all over the floor in sinks. They're animals. It's hilarious, the stories you can read about the problem. It's crazy. But so who is benefiting? Well, I would say all the nonprofits who are getting wads of cash to address the problem.
There you go.
Oh, so you just give
this
people,
$1 billion. Who's getting that? Where's that going? Let's see the breakdown of where that money's going, because paying for hotels, paying for these nonprofits, paying for all this stuff.
Yeah.
Show me where this is actually benefiting the homeless.
Journalists.
Where are the programs to get these people clean? Where are the programs
They don't want to get clean.
to get these? Well,
then you don't get the housing. But dude, this is a real problem. It's like, for these programs to work, right? You would have to have people that were trying their best and not capable, but they were fully mentally capable. They needed, wife and 2 kids gets kicked out of her fucking house, and the husband's still living there, and they're out on the streets. And she's able-bodied, she's willing, and she's hardworking, and you put her up in a place for 6 months while she gets on her feet, and then she gets back going. That's assuming that
that's that small percentage,
right? Very small.
Yes,
and I'm aware of those situations. I've dealt with the South Oakland shelter and Lighthouse now, yeah, and I know I've seen those stories. I've seen those people. And Ryan showed me exactly what was going on with a family of this and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
If you think that these people on Skid Row or all over San Francisco and the suburbs, I mean, the suburbs are littered with this shit. Right. It's indescribable. If you came from the perspective of going, they're just all very normal people who need a handout, then these programs would work. Right. You could throw them all in a hotel, put them up for 6 months, whatever, and get on their feet. That is not even close to what's going on. So who makes out? City leaders, nonprofit, government agencies.
True.
That's who makes out when you spend $1 billion, and you hire gobs of people, pay them big salaries, hundreds of thousands of dollars a year.
The irony of the nonprofit.
Right. The irony of the nonprofit. That's exactly what's going on. And so, do they really care about the guy that's, filthy, sitting on a corner talking to nobody and jacking off?
No.
They really helping that guy out?
No, because if they end homelessness, they don't have jobs.
Exactly.
Their gravy train is over.
Exactly.
The bigger the problem, the bigger the payday. Root cause.
Yeah.
Get to the fucking root.
Yeah, never happened. Because humans are shit. They don't really care. There's probably a lot of well-intentioned people, but they don't have the power. And the people that do have the power really don't give a shit about your well-being. It's not until you vote these people out and you come in with dump trucks and just clean city blocks.
Yeah.
Like, it used to be gorgeous around there. stunning. Those streets were spotless, and it's indescribable.
Cesspool now.
It's a cesspool. Did you send me this story earlier, Trev?
Which one?
The hiker.
Yeah, actually, in full credit, Dan Vogt sent it to our text group that we're in.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, Mike's going to like this.
Yeah, it's.
By the way, for the
I guess I'm
record, I
not in
don't
that group.
necessarily agree with this.
You don't what?
He's the full disclaimer.
I need a disclaimer drop on the
Yeah. You don't agree with what we're about to say?
Not necessarily.
Yeah, the words
But it
spoken on the
screamed,
show.
it screamed Mike. Yeah, but it screamed Mike.
What do I have to do to get in that text group? Who do I got to know?
You just say new text group and you create your name on it.
The votes don't invite us to anything.
That's fine. I'll talk to Cullen. Don't worry.
This is a pattern with the votes.
Yeah.
They like to
Very
post,
exclusive.
very exclusive club. They do not include us at all.
It's not true.
It's incredibly true.
The only reason we got to go to that Eagles concert is because she had like 20 tickets, and they were like, if you don't use them all, you're never going to get any more. And we were like the last ones to get asked.
Yeah, I didn't even get asked.
No, that's
No.
true. Yeah, we had to sneak you
The
in.
cult leader.
Take it up with the votes.
The cult leader didn't get an invite. Yeah. Half the listeners got an invite. Not this guy. You know who didn't? This guy didn't get one. So it doesn't surprise me in the least that we would not be included in this exclusive text.
So we won't be seeing Dan around here? Is that what we're saying?
Yep. Two can play that game. Vote. Two can play that game, Mr. Vote. And I actually like him too.
I used to.
The sad part.
I know.
And his wife.
And Red Bull.
And what, Red Bull?
Red Bull, right? That's all you
PBRs.
Yeah.
got.
Yeah.
Don't give him free plugs. He doesn't include us in shit.
I know. No, what was the nickname we gave him? Dan.
The Red Bull man.
Yeah.
Dan. Yeah.
DTRB.
DTRB. Dan the Red Bull Man. Yeah.
TRBM.
DTRBM. God.
I forgot
All
the
right.
M. Well, I didn't want to assume his gender. And I just left it at the B.
He'd appreciate that, I'm sure.
So, in the mountains of Colorado on a gorgeous spring day when snow is melting off the trees,
Makes me
Nelson
want to have a
Holland,
drink of Coors.
right? It does scream
Yeah.
like a John Coors commercial.
Doesn't it?
Nelson Holland takes up one of his favorite trails. Hiking is his passion. There's a reason he does it multiple times a week. Tranquility, peace, serenity. This like stillness that you get right now, and then the views that will get you when you get up on top. Those views are more than worth it. I've seen moose, eagles, elk, ferrets, badgers, foxes,
Ferrets? Are
coyotes.
ferrets just wild? I didn't think-
Probably.
Why? I guess I've only known them as pets, but never knew they were just like running wild in Colorado.
What do you think his goal is? What do you think his goal is?
To see a double rainbow.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah.
No. His goal is to make the outdoors more inclusive to black and brown communities.
Oh, it's not. Just fucking walk outside. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
There's nothing freer in this world than outdoors.
Well,
Hey, listen. You want to let people know that it's a cool thing to do? Great. But it's not.
But he wants to be inclusive to black and brown people to go outside and
Listen, there's a lot of
Take a
brown
stroll.
people that are, outside swimming rivers and shit like that these days.
well, but they don't, they're not hiking up majestic mountains.
No.
See,
Depends how far north they get.
he grew up in Long Island, New York. It wasn't until he moved to Colorado in 2014 that he discovered his love for hiking. Part of it is that, my parents didn't do it. Okay, so take it up with your fucking parents, man. My parents didn't hike either.
Yeah.
I still am fully aware that I can go to parks, right?
Yeah.
Like
Well,
they
you're
weren't.
a creature of your environment.
So it's just something that's foreign to me. And since the representation wasn't there, I didn't have, like somebody that looked like me that was doing this. I didn't know if I even could do it. You mean walk a trail, bro?
Yeah, well, listen, I mean, people in Colorado know that they can do this. People live in New York City probably have no fucking idea. I mean, they're just not.
Just black and brown people?
Well, that's true. I just mean that it's, I can appreciate him trying to expand horizons, but it's not like it's not fucking available to everybody.
Yeah. Well, there's problems with it, though.
Oh, of
and I'll
course.
tell you what the
of
problems
course
are.
there is. There's always problems.
Yeah. There's a nature gap in the U.S., pure and simple, okay? It's as simple as that. University of Vermont professor Dan Krimkowski has been researching cultural inequality in the underrepresentation of African Americans in outdoor recreation, and he wrote a book on it.
I'm betting that's a white guy.
The Color of Culture, probably, yeah.
Probably.
When a space develops as a white space, even if there isn't a particular legal regulation that prohibits members of one group from being there, you just may not feel welcome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's outdoors. I mean, it's not like you got to like...
No, it's outdoors.
Yeah,
Walk,
like you,
hiking
anywhere,
trail.
really. Yeah.
By systemic racism, I mean any...
Park ranger in the little hut on the way in is going to be giving you the side eye.
Oh, one of these again. Hold on. Hey, Bill, we got another one coming through.
Right. As you pull up to the thing, Jesus Christ, Travis.
I'm producing over here.
Is that what that is?
Do you want me to pot the laptop down?
I just keep it down, for now. Thanks.
Right.
As you pull up to the little hut, you hear the guy's car go bloop, bloop. In his little ranger truck.
Roll them up. Roll them up. We got another one coming in the park. Roll them up. Roll them up. All kids are encouraged to stay in your cars. There's another one of those people coming up the woods. Jesus. So, by systemic racism, I mean inequality between racial groups that is a result of the current or past discrimination. Why are there such big differences in income and wealth between African Americans and whites? Well, that has to do with the legacies of slavery and Jim Crow. These outdoor activities often aren't free. Skiing is especially expensive, but even hiking.
Listen, black people don't want to ski. It's fucking cold. I'm just going on a limb here. They don't want to fucking ski. Taking a hike through the mountains, fine. Trust me, they're not dying to ski.
Probably not.
They're not dying to ski.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's not even fucking racist. That's a goddamn fact. I will ask every fucking black dude I know if you want to go skiing. They'll go, fuck no. Why the fuck do I want? No.
No.
All the no. Fuck.
But even hiking, and I bet you didn't think about this, something that you would think doesn't cost a dime. You need to buy gear like hiking shoes and water bottles.
Oh my God.
Also, hold on. You also need to drive there.
Oh, therein lies the rub.
A lot of times you have to drive through predominantly white and rural areas.
Oh, and you're going to get pulled over 9 times between the hood and the park.
African Americans have expressed a fear about driving through those areas. Really? Who are these African Americans? Is that a thing? They're just...
Listen, I think if
they
you're...
think there's a bunch of Klansmen on all of our porches, just
every cop's just
like
waiting
hurling
for the,
shit at them.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
give me a break.
Like I've seen the NIF shit. I know that it happens. But drive the speed limit, have tags on your car. Mm-hmm. You're good.
Yeah.
Okay. You're good.
You're good.
Just, this isn't Hazard County.
Yeah.
Fucking Roscoe's not waiting to see. There's one. Get him.
Get them.
And
I think if
you can do things to protect yourself.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that if you're taking up hiking as an activity, you're probably doing pretty well. Doesn't that seem
What does that mean? Doing well, like financially, affluently?
Yes.
Okay.
That if you're spending $100 on...
Why, poor people can't hike? That sounds incredibly racist, Michael.
I think it's an activity that...
It's free and it's fresh air.
Yeah, it takes.
You got to be
into
rich
account-
to hike.
Shut
See,
up.
I think you're perpetuating the problem.
No, I'm not. I think those people. I shouldn't say those people.
Oh
God,
God!
damn it.
See, digging that hole deeper.
Jeez. I think people that are mindful of their health and the importance of fresh air and vitamin D and getting out on a big hike up a mountain. I assume those aren't fucking gangbangers in the hood. Who are the people that would be afraid to roll into Whitey's neighborhood?
Well, I don't think it's just gangbangers that are afraid to roll through Crackerville.
I see plenty of.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Listen, these are excuses. These are outdated excuses for the most part.
Yeah. In many cases, nature has come to be seen as negative by African Americans. I didn't know that.
Well, I had no idea why.
No. This has to do with the circumstances under which they were brought to the United States to work in rural areas, in bondage, and also to their experiences later on in the woods, in which there were many, many lynchings from the 19th and 20th century.
I guess you can't get lynched if there's no trees. Am I right?
Yeah.
Am I right?
I
Keep it in the
guess.
city.
Holland is determined to make the outdoors more inclusive. He has a growing presence on social media. His name is Fat, Black, and Getting In It.
I can get down with that.
Yeah.
All right, boy.
Fat, Black, and Getting In It.
All right,
So
respect.
you can find him at Fat, Black, and Getting In It.
Original.
Get Gettinit. Getting in it. I do.
Wait. Spell it again.
Fat, Black, and Gettinit.
That's just getting it.
Getting it.
I was like, are we missing an IN somewhere?
Yeah.
That's just getting it. Fat, black, and getting it.
Fat, black, getting it.
Well, I like getting in it better.
Yeah. Yeah, I do too. He should change
black,
that.
and getting in it.
I do get some negative comments, like some body shaming comments, and some people don't like my name, and definitely the racists do come to my page from time to time. But the overwhelming comments are positive and uplifting.
Good for him. That's what we need. Is in all honesty, man. Fucking.
You could do it without all the. And you know what? Hold on. Before I say that,
Okay.
He didn't write the book about that.
Yeah.
They got this guy who's out trying to encourage black people to get black and brown people to get out and hike, and then they tag that with his professor who's got these outlandish bullshit ideas.
Right.
Some super guilty white asshole in Vermont. Can you get more white than Vermont?
No. I don't think it's possible.
Is there a single black person in Vermont? Why are you even speaking out on this, sir?
Yeah.
Dan.
Because,
Fuck off, professor.
with a ski on the end.
Yeah.
So I guaranteed he was white.
Jesus.
Went out on a limb there.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
In today's complex financial environment, timely insights and prudent guidance are essential to effectively manage your money and work towards your goals. Mark and Jay at LPL Financial can help you develop an investment strategy to address your needs and aspirations, like hiking. Call today and tell them that you're a friend of the show for a no-cost, no-obligation consultation. 248-626-2000. Ask for Mark or Jay.
Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC.
Teen boy, 14, monster.
Wow.
Not in a good
Is he a
way.
fan? Does he listen?
No.
Oh, he's
We
not
don't
that
want him
monster?
listening. No. He's charged with the rape and murder of his cousin, Lily. She's adorable. She's just a little guy.
Wait, what? Oh, God.
Yeah. By the way, the 14-year-old boy is the son of a convicted pedophile. Runs in the family.
Genetic. Who knew?
Adam Berger, Berger.
Berger. I'm going to go Berger.
Berger.
Yeah.
Okay. He spent 3 years in jail after being caught with a stash of porn images of prepubescent girls on his phone. Nice. His son Carson Berger is now facing possible life sentence after being charged with 3 counts over Lily's death: first-degree intentional homicide, sexual assault, first degree, sexual assault of a child, first degree.
How old was she?
She was 10.
And he's 14?
Yeah.
Fucking delete.
Delete, right?
Delete. And just kill the dad for fucking delete.
The dad. So
Yeah.
going back to his case, where he served years, spent 3 years in jail. 10 porn photos showing very young girls in spread leg positions were on his phone. Some of them had been doctored to include comments such as, "First in your little girl's." Hold on.
Oh, heads up, mom bully.
Let's get the mom bully.
Yeah, delete.
Let's
Fast
get the
forward.
bully.
Fast forward. You might want to go about 5 minutes on this one.
Yeah, the bully bell is in full effect right
Yeah.
now.
Oof. Oh, these are those two?
Yep.
Delete.
So-
Fucking delete.
First in your little girl's asshole and then in your mouth, mom.
All right. I need a minute.
So, dude, some of these pictures are like girls on a beach. No puberty yet. Spread legged, legs up in the air. This was what was found on his phone. The dad. Other pictures showed girls, among them showing a girl in a green feather boa on black high heels, another girl wearing a pink tutu skirt. Pictures focused entirely on the children's genitalia. Oh, he also had 4 crack pipes in his house. Delete.
Yeah.
There is no reason to keep this.
I'd personally take that. I would take care of it myself.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to worry about the court.
Yeah,
I would.
And I think
volunteer myself to do that by hand.
you would literally have like 99% of the population's support.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh,
There's
yeah.
1% that
That's fine. Yeah.
are this guy.
Yeah. Probably more than 1%. Sadly,
Probably.
but yeah, I'll take it to a jury, my peers.
Oh, but you know
Thank
what?
you.
Well, the left would probably love to let this guy out, but he's white and it appears he's straight, so he's fucked.
Well, whatever. I don't know, but that I have zero. Oh, zero.
Prosecutors say that Carson, just a little 14-year-old Carson, planned to rape and kill the victim from the get-go when
It's
he
a
left the
cousin
house.
too, right?
Yeah,
For fuck's
she's
sake.
adorable too. She's an adorable little girl.
Well, nobody rapes an ugly one. But whatever.
Oh, this isn't live, but it's not up on the.
Oh, who is that?
That's the kid?
Carson.
That's him, like grown, like Yeah, because he's not 14 there.
No.
That's dad before he went to jail for the kitty fucking porn.
Yep.
Sick fuck.
Yeah.
Fucking piece of shit. I hope he got his ass just fucking blown out in prison. Just fucking blown out.
I hope Mrs. Bully is not listening.
Sure, I gave her a 5-minute warning.
I know.
I knew I was going to get worked up on this one.
So he took the little girl by the hand and took her down a trail in the woods.
Yeah.
And
skip
then
the story.
he punched the victim in the stomach, knocked her to the ground, strangled her, hit her with a stick before strangling her to the point of death, and then raped her. He remains, the dad remains on supervised probation and is on the sex offender registry. He and his lawyers had opposed extended probation because he would not have had unsupervised visits with his son, Carson, who he described in a letter as being the best of me.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, I think sounds about right.
Well, neither one.
Delete.
Oh my God, yeah. Both.
Yeah.
Both.
Meanwhile, Lily.
Can you give a death penalty to the fucking to a 14? Oh,
Yeah.
to a 14-year-old?
She was fucked anyway.
Well, no pun intended.
Yes, no pun intended. This whole family.
Oh, I'm sure it's
is
a bit
shit
incestuous.
show.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Lily's mother, Jennifer, is currently on probation after being convicted of multiple counts of theft, including swiping 4 of her mom's credit cards and racking up bills totaling $7,800. She also cheated her aunt and uncle out of $10,000 by inventing fake jobs for them, including conducting fake interviews in a bid to get a hold of their banking details. So that's this little girl's mom. She's divorced from the dad. I mean, this was a shit show all around, but
She deserved better.
she deserved way better. Why do we never hear stories of, you know, the courts getting involved? You know, like, it doesn't take a genius to go, okay, if this is the extent this woman is going, like, how can she possibly be taking care of her child?
Well, that's a fine line. That's a fine line of how
Really?
of how when and how you can take somebody's kids from them
Yeah.
and get involved. It's a very fine line. I mean, it's being a criminal does not equate to losing your kids.
Yeah.
Doesn't. Depending on what the crime is, I guess. If you're fucking raping them, then yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
if
would
you're just
hope
like
that.
check fraud, doesn't qualify as losing your kids.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And a lot of crime is based on situations and poverty and things like that. you
Yeah.
know? So it's not all equal.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel bad for some people that are just in bad situations, but
Yeah.
don't feel bad for these people. I feel bad that they're still
Dude,
alive.
the description of those pictures. And
I know.
You're talking
I'm
about
already mad at you. for
9-year-olds
fucking
probably.
even saying this story. I'm
Why?
not gonna lie, because I don't fucking hear it, man.
Yeah.
There's no reason. It's just a piece of shit that
That's
doesn't
one of the
deserve
biggest
any
stories in the
fucking-
country right now, by the way.
God damn it.
I'm giving you more details than the national press is giving you.
Of course.
And I'm sorry for that.
Yeah.
Sorry, not sorry.
I know.
But yeah, this is a story that's been developing over a couple days. It's horrible.
It is.
And they're
and-
holding that kid on $1 million cash bond, by the way. So they literally need to come up with $1 million to get him out. And they're trying him as an adult at 14.
Yeah.
And he will sit in a juvie detention center till he's 18, and then he goes to big boy prison.
Yep.
Where he's
I
going
don't
to
even.
get
That doesn't.
fucked up.
Just delete. Just delete. Delete.
Yeah, I
delete. Delete.
agree.
And get a death
Hey.
penalty immediately.
I
Take the
agree.
fucking dad out too. Make him an accessory because why do you think that kid liked fucking young bald pussy? Because his fucking dad showed him.
Yeah. T-Ray's done. Let's do Twitter. Want to hear some Twitter meltdowns?
Yeah. Okay.
These are good, actually.
Yeah. Twitter employees freaked out, according to internal Slack messages. I guess, is Slack a app service?
Yeah, it's used for a lot, but it's often used in business for, back
Internal.
and forth, internal communications, team meetings, that sort of thing.
Why don't they just use their phones?
Well, you can use it's an app. You can get on your phone as well, but it's so you can share your screen back and forth and, communicate.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Do you use it?
We do, yeah.
Yep. Okay.
At what company?
But actually, we don't use it. We use it a little bit. We're a Microsoft shop, so.
I'm just kidding.
According to these internal Slack messages obtained by the New York Post, the messages show the workers inside the social media company panicked and despondent over the prospect of Musk allowing what he considers free speech to take place on the platform. Vocal Twitter employees on internal chats indicate their biggest fear. What is their biggest fear?
Free speech. Being exposed for being fucking piece of shit hypocrites.
They can't take it.
Sorry, Miss Billy.
Their biggest fear is Donald Trump being unbanned.
Biggest fear.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow. He is living rent-free in some heads.
Oh, all of them.
Yeah.
All of them. It's amazing.
It's
In
a sight
his
to see.
defense, dude's been fucking great. I mean, I know he's like banned from there, but
Yeah.
he could still be way out in front and in the public eye.
Yeah.
And he's shut it down.
Yeah. He's been,
For the most part.
fairly quiet. He
Yeah.
makes statements,
Here and
official
there.
statements.
Of course, he's still a douche, but I mean, he's going to make
Yeah.
some, fucking things. But
Dude, Twitter is a better world with Trump in it. I'm sorry. If you like comedy, the guy was fucking hilarious.
Gold.
You know he was sitting on a golden shitter and just tweeting out every morning. Dude, Bigley alone should get him like Artist of the Year.
Oh, yeah.
It's a word now I use. Oh, I'm going to that Bigley.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even think of it as Trump's thing.
No.
What was the other one he had?
Kafif.
Kofefi. Who doesn't love a little Kofefi?
Yeah.
Dude, it's the greatest troll ever. It was the funnest tweets to read. They were hilarious.
Yeah. Hence the edit
Hilar-
button coming. Thanks, Elon.
Yeah. Oh, they were so funny. And dude, to just go through those each day. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh my God, did they bring Donald Trump back? I hope he doesn't come back there. I think he can only disappoint voters. He can piss off women.
Overall, I told you. Yeah. That's,
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, not to make this Trumpy. Keep going.
Yeah, many express strong hatred toward Elon Musk and say they're sick of hearing about free speech. They're concerned about their mental health. Physically cringy watching Elon Musk talk about free speech, a reliability engineer at the site said. We're all going through the 5 stages of grief and cycles, and everyone's nerves are frazzled.
Let me guess. Are they traumatized?
Yeah,
by
oh,
this?
they're very, very.
Oh, there
A
we go.
senior staff.
Seeing the pattern now.
Yeah, a senior staff software engineer posted to Slack calling Musk an asshole. It's just an asshole.
Oh, is he? What? What? Okay.
We're all spinning our wheels and coming up with the worst case scenarios. Trump returns. No more moderation.
I think you mean censorship.
Yeah. The fact is that Musk has not talked about what he's planning on doing in any detail outside of broad sweeping statements that could be easily seen as hyperbolic showboating. Not the place to say it, perhaps, but I will not work for this company after the takeover.
Bye.
Following the back and forth among employees, some warned, oh boy, our communications on Slack could be searched.
Yeah. Oh, well.
The employees then took their communications onto personal devices using the encrypted chat app Signal. Are you familiar with Signal?
Yes.
Fucking
Is that
nerd.
good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's handy. I don't believe anything you type in anywhere, to be honest with you. I think it can be searched and whatever,
Overall.
but it's supposed to be anonymous, unsearchable, undetectable.
Isn't that one of Musk's things that he said that the IM stuff should be encrypted end to end, so that what is private should be private, and then nobody should be able to stalk your private conversations? I think that was one of the things that he's talking about. So how ironic of these fuckbags.
Yeah. Well,
That
it's like
under his rule, your shit would have been private.
Yeah. So let's see. They moved their conversations to Signal. Employees at a video meeting reportedly pressed Twitter CEO Parag Agrawal.
Yeah, good enough.
Yeah. About Elon.
Ex-CEO.
And Project Veritas revealed it.
CEO, interim CEO.
CEO minus. For example, one employee asked for more clarity on what Musk might have meant by free speech.
CEO light.
Dude, these are fucking engineers.
No, they're not. They're not.
I mean, these are smart people.
I know.
What do you think he means by free speech?
Yeah.
You need to ask your CEO. Your CEO should go, dude.
No.
If you need to ask what the definition of free speech is, you need to leave.
No,
man.
they act like it's not. It's like the censorship that's been going on hasn't been happening. So the only change that could be made is to allow the hate speech, the racism,
the disinformation, the misinformation,
the rape threats, right?
Yeah,
That we
right.
got into, that's what they say is that's what the change is going to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Agrawal replied to that guy.
Because they can't act like they've been doing anything wrong.
Right.
So they have to act like any change is going to be...
Igniting this
Yes, is going to be
monster.
horrible because
Nazis.
everything they've been doing is for the greater good.
Is pure.
Yes.
Yeah.
So anything different than that is impure.
Yeah.
So
That's
they
a great way
have to
put
toe
it.
that line.
And coming from that perspective, it makes sense now when you see these people on TV
Listen,
talking about this.
The shit part is that
That's-
if that was calculated, it would be brilliant. This is emotional and
Yeah.
fucking retarded.
Yeah.
These idiot morons
Yeah.
that can't keep their shit together.
Yeah.
It's not. It's
saying,
different.
but it makes sense when you take it from that perspective.
Yeah.
It makes sense when someone goes, "Oh my God, he's trying to ignite all the white supremacists." It's like, well, if you really in your heart believe that you're actually banning speech from Nazis, then his definition of free speech would be re-inviting Nazis
Yeah.
onto the platform.
They can't be that stupid.
But they can be. You know, I mean, we get called QAnon for fuck's sakes.
I know.
I mean, dude, are you shitting me?
By one person. It's
Yeah, but still. But that's how that mindset works.
Yeah, I know.
That's how that mindset,
It's just that easy.
virus mind works. When you bought all that liberal shit, you start thinking like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're somehow superior. No one else can have an opinion outside of yours. And, you know, you just attack people with...
I wonder who's going to be
What a-
the last one to have the light bulb go off. I wonder who's going to be the last one to be like,
Yeah.
oh, shit.
Well, you would think...
Oh, fuck.
You would think getting your dick kicked in an election would do that.
No.
But it can never be anybody's fault.
That's not going to be a wake up call. I promise you. That is going to be the opposite. It's going to be a rally cry.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. So he answered that question about what does he mean by free speech? And he said, everyone understood what free speech meant. It's a concept that's existed for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think I'm going to try and read the question behind the question here, which is, where might Twitter's product go as a private company in the future once the deal closes? To best gain perspective on this, we'll find ways to bring Elon in for a Q&A with all of you. He told employees the company will continue making decisions as we always have, guided by the principles we've had, which doesn't mean things won't change. Things have been changing. I've been in this role for 4 months. Once the deal closes, different decisions might be made. Yeah. For us to gain insight into that, we'll be finding a way to have Elon come here as soon as possible. One employee said, how did we go from the poison pill to this so quickly?
Yeah. Well, because he realized that was a
Devastating.
shit move.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
let's do a couple emails.
All right. I've never tweeted, and I
It's fun.
follow very few people on Twitter, but
It's fun.
Elon is one that I started following.
Yeah.
And just to
He's
sort
great.
of watch this process. Mm-hmm. And everything he's said about this whole thing has been brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, not like, it's just amazing how people can manufacture this level of fear and garbage surrounding it. Mm-hmm. You know, it speaks volumes of where we stand right now.
It does. It does. And if you read them, you can't, which is why it's so confusing for
I love
so
that they're
much of
coming
us.
after him after the Coke thing. Hysterical.
Hysterical.
How fucking hysterical.
Yeah. What did he say?
I thought that was a spoof one, like the McDonald's, ice cream machine. I thought that was a spoof, but
when
he actually
he's
did
gonna-
that one.
He tweeted out.
Well, he tweeted that I'm going to buy Coke and put the cocaine back in it. He
Yeah.
actually tweeted that.
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah.
But it was a fake one that said I'm going to buy McDonald's and fix all the ice cream machines because they're always broken.
Yeah.
You know, the irony.
Yeah.
But he didn't actually do that one. That was one of the fake ones.
Yeah.
You know, and then he retweeted it and said, "Hey, I can't make miracles or whatever." You know.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Yeah,
fucking hysterical. It's brilliant.
It's great.
But they're
tweeted,
attacking him over the Coke thing. Like, it's a joke, you fucking
didn't he tweet
morons.
something like, "Who wants me to buy Twitter and then take the W away?"
yes, it's
Titter.
Yes, exactly.
It's great.
Yeah.
But if you read all of his tweets, there's no such thing as homophobia, misogyny. Like,
None of
He
it.
might joke about some things from time to time,
No, but not-
it's-
yes,
It
they're
is what
jokes,
it is,
and they're lighthearted, yes.
So to have those people flipping out, like jumping out of buildings,
Yeah.
like who's rattling these people? What are they reacting to?
Exactly. So explain to me your fears. What are you afraid of in this process?
Yeah.
And if it's pure and that somehow it's going to be bringing out hate speech and white supremacy and that kind of
Good.
stuff, then okay, that's
Good.
somewhat valid, but
It's the only
uneducated.
speech that needs protecting. Only speech that needs protecting.
Yeah.
Call for violence, you go to jail.
Yeah.
You break the law, you go to jail.
Yeah.
Otherwise, fuck off.
Right.
No. You know, it is what it is.
No, I think the big fear is that the curtain's going to be pulled back, and people
I don't
are going to
think
find out.
No, you explained it brilliantly a minute ago, and it contradicts that argument. They don't think they're doing anything wrong. They're not afraid, probably, of looking under.
No,
the engine.
I think no. I said the opposite. If that were true, then, but it's not.
Right.
Is how I said that.
But they might
if
actually-
that was
they
the
might
reality
believe
of the
it, Troy.
situation, some of these useful idiots,
Yeah.
might be,
Yeah.
but not the real ones, not the crying lawyer at the top. She's not afraid there's going to be hate speech on fucking Twitter now. She's afraid that they're going to find out that she's a cunt.
They're gonna. Yes.
Sorry, Mrs. Bully.
Yeah, they're afraid.
That was past the 5-minute mark.
You're right about that. That those
Yes.
senior
So there's different
executives-
levels of
yes,
it.
The mass manufactured consent morons that have absolutely drank the Kool-Aid on what they're
Yes.
doing. They're saving the world
Exactly.
in their own little way.
Yeah. They
those
might be-
people might believe it.
Fine, but they're irrelevant.
But yeah, right. And I hope anyway, we could go on and on.
All right.
We have to get to our special area
Let's do some email.
for some exclusive content, but we will do some email, and shit's getting real.
Is it?
Yeah, and I'm trying to remember exactly what was said. Did James, I think, emailed in
Oh,
and said something
maybe.
about send that fag or
Ooh,
something.
wait, whoa. Well, he was mad at me for all the gay love, I think he said.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, TDC Podcast Woke Bay said, tell James I'm already head of the gay department. He can suck me off for it when he's done choking on his wife's dick.
All right, Woke Bay.
Yeah,
there
Woke
we go.
Bay's no bullshit. I think
We're going to have to come up with a new department on this.
yeah.
A little,
I
little
have no
subset of Woke Bay v. James.
If the Woke Bay wants to handle the gay department,
Yep. All right.
I'm all in.
Yeah,
That-
we need
that
more
position.
departments. That's what we need.
Yeah. You know, it's
Yeah, the LSD is being handled flawlessly at this point.
yeah.
So,
Oh yeah. The TDC Podcast Woke Bay went on to say, call it head to get head. How bad does he want the Department of Gay Affairs? Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
All
a
right.
gauntlet. That is
Yeah.
what that's called.
yes, it is.
Laying something down. So it sounds like James could blow the Woke Bay for that position. But until then, the
Woke Bay is in charge.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Rainbow Room, man.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
That used to be a place.
Oh yeah. Francis
Settle down, Francis.
says, please get Jenny back on. Best wishes.
Oh, yeah, that's a good move. We should. Although I feel like there's just not anything new. I mean, it's all, no offense or
Yeah.
whatever. Like, it's literally just the same shit that it's been every day. It's
very
wrong. It's fucked up.
It's soothing to hear her voice.
It is. I would love to see her.
And we got to ask her about the haircut.
Yeah,
Right?
That's coming from you.
I'll ask her. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I ask her all types of weird stuff
Absolutely.
off the air.
Yeah.
James writes in again.
I'm just saying the haircut makes her the husband
You think?
in that. Yeah, I think so.
All right, we'll have to ask her.
Yeah, I think Rice is the wife, the homemaker.
You can
Not
be
the
totally
homemaker.
right.
I shouldn't say that. She's professional.
Ouch, dude.
No. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I meant more of the wifey role. That's all I meant.
I don't know that you're right
relationship.
about that.
You don't think so?
I don't know. They're both.
What,
They're like-
what were you gonna say?
They're both dominant. They might be.
One of them's got to be Sundance, bro.
They might be lesbian gay men.
Maybe. Oh yeah. So
You know
I
what
see
I'm
what
saying?
you did there. Maybe.
Yeah. They might be the world's first lesbian gay men.
Listen, and no matter what the relationship, there's roles. I mean, whether
Yeah.
it's straight, whatever. But there's generally roles of how that works.
Yeah.
So
Okay, subject. Tell that fag. Guys, gotta stop throwing the fag word around.
is this James?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
wow.
a guard. Stop apologizing, T. Roy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, he's gonna hear shit because that guy.
That is a corrections officer.
He's got rabbit ears about that subject.
Oh, I know. That is. I will not say that again. That was a corrections officer, and I even personally apologized to that
Yeah.
to him. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I said, hey man, just so you know, no offense. I have mad respect for you and what you do. It's one of the most thankless jobs I could possibly imagine.
Yeah. Good for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Strong man. Bold.
Damn right.
Hello, gentlemen. I will not name this person's
Who the
name.
hell? Who are they talking to?
Probably Trav.
Must be.
Probably best my name isn't mentioned if this is read on the show, just in case. I know I'm a little behind on listening, but I was recently listening to Poem 1545. How far back is 1545?
11 ago. This is
10 or 11.
56.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at me.
When you read the email from Anonymous,
Okay.
and they were talking about how woke their company has gone and hiring practices,
Yep.
and I encourage people
Absolutely.
to write in if they're
Pull
dealing with
the
same
curtain
stuff.
back. Let us know what's going on. Man.
My company pulls the same woke bullshit they described. As a manager that is responsible for hiring, we are told that we are targeting to hire 30% women as external hires and 30% BIPOC as external hires. So BIPOC is
By persons of color.
no, it's
Wait, what?
no, it's
What the fuck? It's not by POC. Is not by person of color.
no. It's
Holy shit, what a-
something indigenous people of color.
Oh yeah. Not by. I was thinking.
Yeah,
I was
it's-
more focused on the people of color.
It's not black and what is it? Can you look that up, BIPOC, really quick?
What were you doing over there, Travis? Jesus.
If you want to know, I'm trying to get the website running.
Yeah, he's
Whose
been-
website is that?
Ours.
Yeah.
Ryan called in the big boys.
Oh,
I mean, I'm just a light, but
yeah.
No, you're not a light. You've been
Okay.
upgraded. You've been upgraded.
Wow.
right there.
Black
Black. Oh, it
indigenous
is
people
black.
of color.
Black
Yeah.
indigenous people of color.
okay.
Yeah. As external hires. Then we're told that we can't hire people based on race and gender. But we also can't make an offer of employment to a candidate unless we have a balanced slate during the interview process. There's not a ton of women or black indigenous people of color rushing to haul fuel. So most of our applicants don't check these boxes.
Interesting.
To top it all off, right on the homepage of our internal website is our 2021 performance metrics, which I have included a picture of for your viewing pleasure.
Okay. Oh, let's see. Wow.
They're bragging about, what is it, 33%?
Let's see. Yeah, the target was external hires are at least 30% women and 30% BIPOC, and ended up at 23% women and 32% BIPOC. So, based on that, BIPOC is better than women.
Yeah.
Women still suck.
Yep. There you go, BIPOCs.
They were trying to hire you, and you couldn't even do it.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, there's probably not a ton of women wanting to haul fuel.
No, of course
Probably
not.
Right.
Of course not.
Black indigenous people of color, that's just a black
You gotta-
dude, right?
you gotta, like-
Can't that just be a black guy? Or a person of color?
Yeah, what indigenous?
So there's
does that
probably
just
a lot
mean-
of black guys who are willing to fucking
So
go
that
and haul
excludes
fuel.
Latinos, right? Latinx, excuse me.
Yeah, they'd
to
be front of the
assume.
line too, though.
Well, that's by an indigenous. Where's the L? They're not Bill Pock.
Yeah, that's true.
I prefer
know.
Tupac anyway.
Yeah, sounds like a racist company to not
Clearly.
include or at least well, not misogynistic, but if they're not actively seeking lesbian employment and trans employment, kind of bigoted company you working for?
I know.
Right? You're only interested in black indigenous people of color.
Well, that
and
was only
women?
30% and 30%. We don't know what the other 40% is doing.
Yeah.
That's just cis white males protecting their jobs.
What about gay guys or non-practicing bi men like me?
That's a big part of the country right there.
Yeah. Anyway, all right.
Okay.
Let's call it eight. It just feels safe when we got Trav here. It's just like a
I don't know.
It's like a hug around the whole show.
Yeah, I know. We never had weird noises when he wasn't here. I'm just
Are
saying.
you expecting ghosts to be popping up in tomorrow's show?
Apparently, we had audio issues in the stream too. I'm trying to figure that out.
Yeah, I got a text or a DM
It
from
happens.
someone
So
that
yeah,
mentioned
the
that.
volume fluctuations is
think
what I
that
keep
might be something
hearing.
for a senior engineer
That's true.
or
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, we'll
Whatever
say
that whole
that.
AA run is.
He
We'll
wants
call your
another
boss.
promotion, is what he wants.
No, we'll talk to your boss. It's fine.
All right, everybody. Have a great rest of the day. We'll do it again tomorrow. Let's go to our special place.
Yeah,
And
Travis, I like extra cream, extra sugar.
Okay, you got it.
Bye, everybody.